Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, we're going to see all you need to know on multi-factor authentication. So without any further ado, let's get started. Multi-factor authentication or MFA is an approach to protect your login credentials that require the presentation of two or more of the independent authentication factors. Number 1, acknowledgement factor, something which only the user knows. Number 2, possession factor, something which only the user has. Number 3, inherence factor, something which only the user is. The most popular form of multi-factor authentication is two-factor authentication, which is used by online services like Steam and other platforms similar to that. The above mentioned three factors are clearly defined. Knowledge factors include PIN codes and personal questions like what's your pet's name, and passwords and patterns, those on a smartphone screen lock. Possession factors are physical items like ID cards that you would swipe to access a secure area of a building, or a USB with an encryption key that decrypts the protected data on a computer. Though, for most part, possession factors are being eliminated and being replaced by smartphones and apps, making your smartphone as a possession factor. Inherence factor are also known as biometric identifiers. They are a relatively new form of authentications that includes face recognition, fingerprint scans, voice prints, and even the iris and retinal scans. Now, there is no doubt that biometric authentications are super cool, like we are in a sci fi movie. And while they are being pushed into the mainstream, there are also some fair bit of resistance for good reason. One of the issues is that biometric information can be easily repeated once compromised. And the second is that many people object having their biometrics stored in a database somewhere else, which seems like a fairly valid concern given the amount of secure data that is being compromised on a day to day basis. Unlike your password or PIN, you cannot change your fingerprint or retinas, at least not yet. So that's what multi-factor authentication is. But what is it for? Well, better security, of course. Logging in by combining a knowledge factor like your password with a possession factor like a physical key or a code sent to a smartphone makes your account much more difficult to target for online attackers. Let's take Gmail's two-factor authentication as an example. Even if a wannabe account hijacker obtains your password with a keylogger or an exploit of some sort, Google will require you to enter a code that they send to your smartphone, which must be entered within a couple of minutes. Something a hijacker can't get without your smartphone. On top of that, when someone tries to log in with the correct password, the notification will get straight to you and you will immediately know that someone is trying to access your account without your permission. And it is also a good time to re-evaluate your extremely safe password which was compromised. And now, there are few reasons why people don't use multi-factor authentication. Firstly, some services don't support it, and some people share their account with their friends or business partner, so they cannot have the same smartphone at the same time to use it. And finally, some people will be really pissed to add an extra step to their login. But if you truly care about keeping your personal data private from hackers, then the message here is that it's worth the effort. If the service doesn't support multi-factor authentication, then you might want to find someone that does. If you share an email account with your friends, please get a new mail ID. It's not that expensive, it just costs some time and data. But if you just don't care about your ID, then you are underestimating what someone with access to your account can do to you. So, on to the conclusion. If you are that kind of person who saves all the passwords and other stuff on Chrome instead of using a proprietary password manager, multi-factor authentication is just the right thing for you. And adding a single step to your login is much easier than recovering all of your data once it is compromised. I guess that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment below for more stuff like this, and if you are new to this channel, a sub would be massively appreciated. I will see you guys in the next video.